so I'm very, with Mrs. King sitting in our presence, I'm very proud to announce the 20th basketball coach at the University of New Mexico, Craig Neal.
Wow. I used to tease Steve all the time when we got dressed for the games. I said I got to wear nice suits and do this, and you had to wear the red jacket. So I guess it comes full circle. So I'd like to introduce my wife Janet, my son Dalton, my oldest son Cullen. They've been through a lot the last 72 hours in the last 6 years and the last several years of marriage, and they've been very patient with me before I get this opportunity. I can't thank the community, the boosters, President Frank, AD, Paul Krebs, Tim Cass, the regents, and I had a great talk with the governor last night with Paul, so it's been an amazing whirlwind. I'm overwhelmed. I'm extremely humbled by the support. The groundswell of support, and even the Facebook page, which I don't even have Facebook. So it's been rather fast and quick, and it's happened. It's just been amazing. This is probably one of the happiest days of my life between my two sons being born. Before I go on and tell everybody about what a great place this is and how we love it here and the facilities we have and the university we have, the leadership we have, which is outstanding, I have to thank the guy that brought me here 6 years ago, Steve Alford, who's done more for this program than any coach in the history of the program. He's been a friend of mine since 3rd grade. It's very hard. No, I could go on. But we've been together for 10 years, and we've worked hand in hand. It's been a partnership, and he's done some marvelous things. But I can't thank him enough. I can't thank his family, Tanya, Bryce, Kayla, Corey, who was on our team. And I'm really excited for the opportunity to lead this program. Steve set the bar really high, and I'm going to try to jump over it. It's not going to be easy. But with the guys that I have in this room, who I was involved with recruiting all of them, I have a team that was 10th ranked in the country this year. And really special group of kids. They're like my sons also, so I have 15 other sons. Emmanuel, I don't know if Emmanuel's here, but it's been an amazing ride for 6 years, and I'm looking forward to many years to come, and I'm really looking forward to get started with these guys after the Final Four. And like I told them in our first team meeting, we got a lot of unfinished business, and we got a lot of goals and a lot of things we want to do. And I just want to be there for them and help them reach their goals and help reach my goals. But I can't thank everybody enough. I'm sorry I got emotional. I think that's why I've had so much support. I want to thank the former players that have reached out. Hunter Green, Mel Daniels called me this morning. Kenny Thomas has reached out. Roman Martinez, Doris Gary, Darrington Hobson. There's been tons of them. And this place is an amazing place, and I hope I can lead it as well as Coach Alford did. And I think we're going to go and continue this program in the right direction. And I'm so happy to be the coach of the New Mexico Lobos. So,
at this time, Coach is going to stay at the podium. We'll open it up to the media. Again, question, a follow-up. We'll address questions first to Coach Neal, then we'll get to Paul Krebs after that.
Coach, can you hear?
on?
Okay.
I can hear you.
As far as like running your offense and stuff like that, are you going to do anything? I know I heard you this morning talking about like maybe pushing that clock a little bit, getting faster down the floor and stuff like that.
Well, I think we all made a decision together. I kind of just took Steve's guidance as far as I'm in charge of the offense. He says that to give me a lot of compliments, but I was involved a lot in that. But he always made the final decision, and we had a nice offensive team. We just didn't shoot the ball very well, but we've shot good in the past. But I want to try to speed it up a little bit, but we always say that. I want to give these guys a little bit of freedom, and we're going to work on some things. I'll have to listen to my son again tonight, tell me how we need to change up some things and put some pressing in and give some more freedom to the guys. So, but it's been, we've had a great six-year run, offensively, defensively, what we've done as far as win percentage and championships, which hasn't been done here with Steve in the era here. So we're going to change some things, and I'm my own man. He's taught me to be my own man, but I've always been my own man, and I think people realize I am by the overwhelming support I've had. And a little story yesterday, I sat down with President Frank, and the first thing he says is, do you know everybody in this state? It's like, yeah, I kind of know a lot of people, but that was kind of my job. So, but we'll change up. I'm going to put my own identity on it, and I've talked to the guys about that, and I'm looking forward to that. But we're going to do a lot of similar things because it's hard to break what we've done, and that's just win a lot of basketball games.
And as far as recruiting goes, like the last few hours, there weren't few, it was 80 hours or whatever, but have you been able to reach out and make sure that everything's going to stay solid?
Yeah, I talked to our recruits last night. Obacha's good. Tim Miles is good. They'll be on campus at the end of May. And then, of course, we lost Bryce, which is a great opportunity for him. And then we'll have a couple scholarships, so we'll be actively start on Thursday the 11th doing that. So I'm looking forward to that day. But our guys are good. We have a 2014 recruit that he's committed, so she's good too. So everything's been very well. Trying to spend as much time with our guys. I think they think that I'm like a shadow boxer because I'm at their classes the last 3 days, and they want to know what's going on. And I think they're a little looking over their shoulders a lot. I've talked to all their parents, and I've talked to all the parents of recruits. So we've got a lot done the last few days. It's been a rush, but we've got it all done.
Coach.
Yeah, Jim.
You obviously for 6 years, 9 years really, worked with Coach Alford, and it only took 3 questions into you being named head coach for this one to come out. You're your own man. This is yours now. 1 week ago, Steve Alford said the Sweet 16 is not where this program should be measured yet. Fans in this state want to know, Sweet 16, how realistic an expectation is that for the first season?
Well, I'm going to answer the question. We're all disappointed in our performance in the NCAA tournament. I mean, we all want to do better, and we're going to strive to do better. We've done a lot of great things here. We've won 6 championships in the time that we've been here, which is unheard of. It's never been done before, but we know we got work to do, and Coach Alford knew we got work to do. So it's not like we're dodging or going against it. But we got I talked to the players, and we got to get better in that tournament, the big tournament, and we're going to strive to do that. I don't think you can set a thing on Sweet 16, Elite 8, winning a game. I think it's once we get to the tournament, we got to learn to improve and get better and try to win as many games as we can.
Coach, what do you think you bring to the table? Self-evaluation. What are your greatest strengths and attributes as a basketball coach?
Well, I think my biggest attribute is my passion. I love it. My dad was a high school coach for 35 years. I was born in it. My dad was a player at Ball State when I was brought into this world. I got into college. I was into the pros, but I got into college because I wanted to make an impact on student athletes, kids 18, 19, 20 years old, where I can mold them. It was kind of hard sometimes convincing Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady to go to practice. So these guys are a little bit hungrier and want to get to their level. So my biggest impact, my strengths, the passion, my caring. I'm going to work at it, but the biggest thing is trying to make a big-time impact on these kids, and that's the most important thing, not only socially and academically, but also athletically.
Craig, after talking to your players, do you anticipate any of them transferring?
We haven't had any discussions. I'm basically making sure they're okay. I think they've been basically waiting to see who the coach was going to be. So I think now that the coach has been picked, we've had discussions, and we'll continue to have discussions. But right now, with the top 10 teams sitting in this room, I don't see there's any reason for anybody to leave. I think they've bonded together through adversity. I think they're closer than they've ever been. And the biggest thing is I know what their goals are. I know where they want to go. And I told them when we recruited them, if I can help each of them reach their potential, we're going to win a lot of games. And a lot of those guys have made great strides and gotten better. And like I said, we have a lot of unfinished business to do. And, you know, when you're 10th ranked team in the country and you're all coming back, there's a big ceiling there that you can make some headway. And we brought a lot of national pride, a lot of national attention in New Mexico this year. And it's been a lot of fun, and I hope we continue to do that.
Obviously, there's speculation. Are you able to comment on whether or not recruiting Cullen?
I knew that wasn't going to take very long. That's a tough question. That'll be discussed at a further time. But there has been some discussion, and if his mom's any good at recruiting, then I'll have a shot. The unique thing about our relationship and the relationship with the Alfords and the whole staff that we've had over the years is it's always been family, and it's been amazing to watch Corey and Dalton and Bryce and Kayla grow up together. So it's a unique thing, and now we're to the term where Corey's been playing for us, and Bryce is going to go off to play, and Dalton's got one more year, and Kayla's a freshman, and Cullen's got to make a decision. But it's been fun watching them grow up, and you know, we'll have more discussions on that. But he's a great player. He's a great kid, and we'll see what happens. But he's close to our players, and they mean the world to him, so we'll see what happens.
I didn't bring a tissue. I'm sorry.
Coach Neal, I'm just curious if you're surprised how quickly this decision has been made for you to be the head coach.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I thought I was really just going into a meeting and yesterday with President Frank and Paul, and I answered a couple tough questions from President Frank, and he asked me to leave the room, and then they brought me back and said they wanted me to be their coach. So it was very fast, but I think it was a great decision for our program. I'm glad that they picked me, but I think it was very important because it's helping our players, and it's helping our program, and it's helping our national recognition. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm glad it happened fast. I didn't think it was going to happen yesterday or today with the press conference, but it's been very exciting, and I'm glad it happened.
And then I have to ask you, what's your favorite noodles pun?
Excuse me?
Your favorite noodles joke?
My favorite noodles joke? I don't have any. I just, I've been known as that since my 8th grade year in high school, and it hasn't changed. And, you know, you'll go around the country and people go, do you know Craig Neal? And they'll look at him like, Craig Neal? And then noodles. Oh, yeah, I know noodles. I don't, you know, it's kind of hard, but it's been a unique nickname, and it's kind of followed me. So it's kind of neat. That's why I was giving the guys on the radio, they were saying, you know, why don't we get a big name? Why don't we get a big name? And I said, well, Noodles is it's a long name. Noodles it's a lot of letters. So, but it's followed me, so it's one of those deals that I kind of accept and run with it.
Coach, there's still 4 or 5 spots left open on the schedule. I
Right.
know you guys talk about scheduling big-time programs quite a bit. Curious if there's a home-and-home possibility with UCLA.
I'll ask him, but that might have to be over a golf bet on the golf course. But I don't know. That'll have to be a later discussion. But I can ask him. I'm sure our guys might like that. On scheduling, is Tim here? Is Tim around?
Yes.
Can I talk about the scheduling of the?
I don't know where we're headed.
Okay. Can I say about the schedule thing with Vegas or no? Well, we do have some. We did change some things in our scheduling because I wanted to get more national recognition, and we're playing an exempt tournament. We're either going to play Washington or Stanford in Vegas on December 20th in an ESPN game. We're going to play. We moved Valpo. Bryce Drew was very thoughtful enough. He's going to move our game to the following year, so we don't have to go play at Valpo. We're working on playing in the Marathon a game on the 11th and 12th, and then we're going to play on national TV at the MGM Stadium. We're going to either play Washington or Stanford, so that's going to be an ESPN game. We've got 3 more bye games left, and I'm trying to get Nebraska to come here for an exempt game. So the schedule's looking good. We're going to schedule, it's like I used to say all the time, anytime, any place, anywhere. And we're going to play Kansas next year. And, so that's going to be a national televised game, and I know our guys will be ready for it, as I will. So our scheduling is going real well, Jeff, and looking forward to it.
Craig, regarding your staff, you were Steve's right-hand man for 9 years.
Right.
Is there anybody here or out there you feel like can serve that kind of position for you?
Well, I've been very blessed in that I decided to stay and try to work for this job, and then I've been very blessed with Craig Snow's going to stay with me, and Brandon Mason and Drew Adams. They're around here somewhere.
They're way behind the curtain.
So they've been unbelievable and helped me during my interim title. The challenge that Paul wanted me to keep our program going in the right direction, they really helped me. So they're going to stay with me. I'm going to take my time on the other positions and spend some time at the Final Four talking to 4 or 5 guys. Steve, I'm going to ask Steve for some advice. I've asked my college coach for some advice. I've asked my college assistant coach for some advice, who's director of scouting with the San Antonio Spurs now. So I'm not going to get anybody that's going to be here, and I'm going to try to get somebody that's brings something to the table that I need to keep learning on. I need to keep learning and getting better as a coach. I don't think you ever stop learning. So I'm going to talk to some guys, and hopefully some guys bring some different ideas to the table that will help us tweak our deal and do some things to help us win some more basketball games. But like I said, we won 29, so hopefully we can win 30, but you never know. But I'm going to talk to a lot of people, so I've got a lot of different avenues where I can go that way. I know it's been funny. I know a lot of people in the business, so I'll have some opportunities to talk to some real good candidates.
Coach, how important was this to happen before next Thursday?
Really important. Really important. I'm just glad it happened this fast, so I can get the team taken care of academically and get them straight and let them know what's going on, and we'll start workouts next Tuesday. Now recruiting, we can hit the ground. We're going to go in different directions on Thursday, and then next Friday, hopefully we'll have some official visits in. So maybe, hopefully, one's local. It's a unique time for us, and I'm just trying to get it done. And Paul and President Frank and everybody that's been in on the decisions have given me great resources and a great timing to get after it, and that's what we're going to try to do.
And Steve was real good about delegating you, giving you the offense, letting you run the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you'll carry on and perhaps?
I don't know if I'll give away the offense. I might give away the defense. I might give away some things. I'm going to work on delegating some of that, but I will take care of the offense, and I will be doing the draw-ups, and Steve gave me a lot of freedom with that, but I will be delegating some of the other stuff to the other coaching staff. And we've already talked about that, so there'll be a lot of that.
You got one more right over there.
Coach, just your reaction to all of the feedback, all the positive feedback that you got as being a favorite as an associate coach, where a lot of places would want a big name or something like that. I know you said Noodles is a longer name, but what do you think about all the feedback that you've gotten from the community here?
Well, it's been humbling. You know, Paul and Tim told me 6 years ago when we first got here, he wants us to get out in the community, meet people, let them know you, and evidently I've done a pretty good job of that between golf courses and out in the community. But this is one of the most unique fan bases and communities in the country. It just is. It is. When you have 13,000 coming to exhibition game, and you have 15,000 at every game at home, and you have people waiting outside, and then you go into Las Vegas and take over Thomas Mack like it's the pit, and win 2 times in there and cut down their nets. It's an amazing place. I had a lot of discussions with my family. All 3 of them were real excited about the opportunity to stay in here because we love it here. We love the people here, but it has been very humbling, and I couldn't find a better place to have my first head coaching job with the players that I have back, the people that we're going to play in front of, the support that I have, and the leadership from President Frank and Paul. It's just been amazing. And, you know, I can't thank everybody enough. It's like I said, they told me about the Facebook page. I don't have Facebook. It's just been, they passed out T-shirts on campus. It's just been overwhelming. Janet and I went to dinner on Saturday after the Steve announcement, and it was 10 o'clock, and people are clapping in the restaurant when you walk in. So it's just been amazing. It's been a groundswell that I never thought would take place, but that's why this place is so special, and that's why I'm glad that I'm here and hope I'm here for a really long time.
And Coach, what were those 81? What were those 81 hours like for you, and maybe what was some of the best advice that you got during that time period?
The best advice I got was try to get some rest, but that didn't work. I called Paul, texted me on Sunday morning, and I called him back and had to talk through some things about the program, and he asked me if I was playing golf, and I said I didn't think I had time, and I was more concerned about what our players were doing and if they were all right. And it was kind of like Cullen, I was teasing this, I'm not trying to be graphic or anything, it's kind of like the last 2 days have been like when Cullen was born, it was 28 hours of labor, and I just kind of sat there and waited and waited and waited and didn't go, and then it's the happiest time of your life. So it's been a unique experience the last few hours, and I know, honey, it was a little different for you.
You better stop. Stop right there.
Yeah, so it's been a long 72 hours.
Okay, right here.
Craig, since season end, did any other programs reach out to you interested in their head coaching vacancies?
Yeah, I've talked to several. I've talked to several colleges and universities, and I kind of been picky. You know, one of the questions that's always been asked is, why haven't you been a head coach before now? And I said, well, really, because I didn't have to, because I was happy in myself and what I was doing, and I felt good, and I liked doing what I'm doing, and the place that I always wanted to be at, or that I would think about doing, had to have this type of commitment. You know, this type of commitment to winning, this type of commitment about resources, this type of commitment about academics. And a lot of the places that I talked to in the past, they just didn't have that. So I've always been happy and pretty secure in my own skin about what I was doing. So it wasn't a big thing for me ego-wise to be a head coach. But believe me, I'm happy to be a head coach now.
All right, I think we got one last one here from Van.
Talking about being a head coach now, what are some of the challenges you expect, because you got a chance to watch it, and I know that you've had your hands in a lot of things also, but you got a chance to watch it as you got ready for it. What do you think some of those challenges?
Well, I think the biggest thing is you just come to the office every day and you just have to worry about yourself and make sure the boss was happy, and now you have to worry about directing 5 other people, and that's a little different. You know, he used to kid me about it all the time, and I used to watch him, and I've learned a great deal from him because he's excellent at what he does. He's very organized. He's very good with administration. He's very good at leadership, and Steve is just, he's an all-around great coach in every aspect of the word, you know, the word. And I've just learned a lot, and I think that that's the biggest adjustment. You have to be able to spend energy here, the energy there, and you have to delegate, and you also have to be very organized where you know what's your timeline. You got to be pretty precise on what you're doing, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that challenge, but it is a lot different. That 18 inches you move, it's a lot different, and I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be a big challenge.
Okay, I think that's going to do. Oh, we got one more. This is the last question right here.
I think you guys are hungry, aren't you?
Yeah.
What is it, Red Lobster tonight? Red Lobster? Yeah, okay. All right. Eat for me because I won't be able to get there.
Just a couple things that I'm curious if you're going to inherit. One being the red blazer. Do you plan on wearing that for big games?
I'm sure it'll come out.
And then the second, Krebs is obviously on Twitter. Do you plan to inherit Steve's policy of no Twitter for the players?
My older son, Cullen, tried to educate me on what the benefits were of Twitter last night when I was trying to return 317 texts. And he said, Dad, if you had Twitter, you could just put it out one time and you don't have to do that. So that's a lot of things are going to change. We're going to keep the same body of work in the same shell. There might be a few things tweaked, but there'll be some things up for discussion, but I won't be on Twitter anytime soon. And I don't think I'll have Facebook either. I guess I have my own page anyway. I don't know who's doing it.
All right. At this time, Coach Neal will be available for one-on-ones. Paul Krebs will also be available for one-on-ones. Kendall Williams, our All-American and Conference Player of the Year, will also be around to talk to the media as well. I think Coach is going to talk to the players real fast. On behalf of UNM, the athletic department, thank you for coming out. Once again, congratulations, Coach Neal.
You're welcome to get this afternoon.
I'll try and get you. Yeah.